Good morning. Happy Vlogmas Day 6. Are you tired of seeing me in the same location? There's not going to be a lot of variation. I sit here at my chair in the dining room table an awful lot to work and craft and everything. This is just sort of my spot, especially in the winter. Sorry, I'm wiping up water that was on our table. Yeah, because the decorations are out here, so I kind of want to be out here. Ordinarily, I'd be in the porch room where our tree is often, or is usually, other years, out there and lit, and it's nice and cozy. But then this year, I've been hiding out in the bedroom in the mornings to do my crafting, but I don't want to be in there. I want to be out here with our decorations. So anyway, that's where you're going to see me probably for the rest of Vlogmas. I'm wearing my arboreal. No, I'm not. This is my antler, my antler cardigan. Sorry. I knit this several years ago now. It is well worn, but I love it. Yeah, it's the Tin Can Knits pattern. I would love to make another one of these. I keep saying that. I just haven't yet. Anyway, if I haven't already put in pictures of my minis, the yarn and fiber for the day, I will do that somewhere around here. And if you hear a weird whining sound in the background, it's my computer because it's processing yesterday's Vlogmas, which did not get up last night. I went to bed super early last night. I was in bed by 8. I was so tired. I don't know why. But I was, and I got a good night's sleep. I slept about 8 hours. So that felt really good because I don't get 8 hours of sleep very often. Anyway, I'm going to sit here and I think I'm going to start my other project that I decided I'm going to do with the Indie Swap Advent Minis. So I had told you, I don't know, yesterday or the day before, that I thought I might do the James, gosh, now I'm going to get it wrong again. Either it was James Street or James River. I think it's James Street wrap, crocheted wrap. And I bought the pattern and I really like it. My crochet hook to point at you. I really like it, but as I was reading it, I realized it's worked from the center out, and not long ways, but from the center, like lengthwise out, depthwise, if you get that. So I don't think I want to do that. I don't really want to do that with these minis. And I thought, though, that might be a really good project to do with my minis that I dyed. However, I had something else in mind to do with those. So I don't know that I'm going to do that either. But I have a bag full of minis that I pulled out for a project some time ago. Actually, I think it was 2 Advents ago. I made a scarf. You might remember it if you watch the regular podcast. That was like a chevron design, and I faded it from oh gosh, what colors did I use? There were yellows and greens and blues maybe in that one. And I really liked doing that so much that I wanted to do another one. So I pulled a whole bunch of minis out. They're all different colors of blues and teals, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm totally blanking now, but I have that bag of minis somewhere in my stash, not just somewhere randomly, but I've never made the project. And so I think that could actually be a really cool collection of minis to make that James Street wrap with. I don't know that I have enough yardage in that bag. I might have to look at that, or else just make it smaller and make it like a scarf. I might do that. I don't know. But I have that pattern now, and I'll make that eventually. But I want something that I can do with all the leftovers from this Indie Swap Advent calendar. And I found this pattern by Shayna Scott called the Busy Bee Throw. And it's crocheted also. And I think it'll be so much fun because I'm envisioning like a whole bunch of these little hexies in a whole bunch of different colors. I just think that would be a lot of fun. Now the pattern is written for worsted weight, and these are fingering weight. So obviously I either have to make a whole lot more of them, or I just need to make them bigger, and I think I'm leaning towards maybe making them bigger. I've never crocheted hexes before, but I don't think it could be that difficult. So I'm going to sit here this morning and try, and these are supposed to be 5-inch hexes, so I'm going to see how many more repeats of the pattern I would need to do to get a 5-inch hexie out of fingering weight, and a D hook, which is what I usually use when I'm crocheting fingering weight for blankets. So that is my plan this morning, is to play with that a little bit before I get to work, because today is going to be a major reskeining day and laundry day, which is nice because I can do both of those things at the same time. I cannot do laundry on the same day that I am dyeing, though, because if my oven is on and my clothes dryer is running, it trips the circuit. So I learned that quickly. Can't do that, but I can reskein and do laundry. So for some reason, I like doing laundry on Sundays. I don't know why. It's just it's my laundry day. So anyway, that's going to be today. I don't know how much of that I'll show you because it's probably not going to be that exciting. You can watch your own laundry go round and round, I'm sure. But we'll see. Anyway, I struggle with this other years that I've tried to do Vlogmas. I've struggled over the fact that my life isn't super exciting, like even in non-pandemic times. I don't go a lot of places. I don't do a lot of super exciting things to show you guys. And this year, obviously, we're definitely not going places. So I don't know. That's why you get to see footage of me helping my husband fix motorcycle things, because that's as exciting as it's getting for me right now. Okay, well, I'm gonna go crochet a bit and then I will catch up with you later. So the other day I told you that I'm doing this little daily advent thing for Emma, and I'm just putting little treats in this little bag for her each day. It was not a well thought out plan. It was very spur of the moment, but I have been managing to get some things done. And the other day I did a whole bunch of wood burning. Well, a whole bunch. This is what I did. You might remember, if you watch the regular podcast, that for her birthday I did a set of wood burned runes for her, and she really liked those. And ever since, I've been wanting to make kind of my own set of, they're obviously not runes because runes are something specific, but I wanted to do my own kind of set of wood burned symbols that mean something to me, and I just felt like they could be sort of an intuitive kind of oracle set, so to speak. Anyway, so I did a bunch of these the other day, and I did already give her the other one of this design. And so I think today is going to be one of these, and maybe it will be a star. I don't know which one to give her. It doesn't matter. I'm just making one set for me and one for her. That's why there's two of everything. So yeah, I'm going to pick one of these two. I still need to polish it though. I'm using this beeswax paste to just protect the wood. So I rub it on and then let it on for a little bit and then rub it back off to polish it. So I'm going to do that now, and then that will be her advent for today. Yesterday she got candy, because candy. Okay, so that's what it looks like now that it has the beeswax on it. Not sure how, that's not really focusing, but anyway, I just love how much it changes the color of the wood. So like, that's what it looked like before. Whoops, I've got them backwards, but you get the idea. So anyway, I'll let it sit for a little bit and then buff it off. And that'll be today. I think she just got up too, so I better hurry up. Okay, so here we are with the little hexies. I decided to just do the same number of rounds as the pattern called for instead of making them bigger, because I actually kind of like the size they are. They're really cute this way. So these are 3.5 inches across the widest point instead of 5 inches. So I'll just end up with a lot more of them. So this, I used the first little mini skein. This was the From Me to Yarn mini that I opened the first day. And I was able to get 5 little hexies out of that. Which equals about 16 grams, and I only have 1 gram left, so it was not enough to make another one. And yeah, so they're super cute. They're honestly not too different than making a granny square, except they're cute because they're not squares, they're hexies. The directions are really pretty easy. There was one step in it that I didn't quite understand, so I just sort of did my own thing. And as far as I can tell, it's fine because I've got the right shape. I tried it a few different ways on the first 3, and then after that I did start getting pretty identical things. I mean, they're all the same size, so they'll be fine. But my process is now, I've got it down. Obviously, this is supposed to have a border knit on, or crocheted on as well, but since I don't know what color I'm going to want to use for that, because you're supposed to do like a single crochet border around each of them at the end, and then they get seamed together after that. I'm going to wait till the very end after I make all of my little baby hexies, and then I'll decide, and then I can just go around and do all of them. I can just tell this is one of those like falling down the rabbit hole projects though, because these are super fun to make and they're pretty quick. So anyway, I'm just sitting here playing with them. Isn't this exciting viewing? And Emma's going to have some Cheerios. Look at her fuzzy black robe. Hi.
Hey.
Okay, I have to put this stuff away, and then I need to actually go start laundry and start doing some reskeining. So I'll talk to you later. Okay, so laundry is underway, and now I am going to get started reskeining some yarn. There's a large bin right there of yarn that needs to be reskeined. It's not going to all get reskeined today, but I'm going to make a dent in it, and then I have other stuff that I'm going to take care of upstairs today too. Probably not work related though. I am trying to actually take today off mostly. But yep, got to get a little bit of work done, so I'll see if I can set this up so you can vaguely see how I reskein things, starting with some inversibles that I have to ship out to a shop tomorrow. So that's just a 2-striper, but you can just extrapolate from what you see me do with a 2-stripe skein of yarn or set of yarn, and that's what I have to do no matter how many stripes there are. The configuration on my setup here just changes a bit depending on the stripe number. So you might have already figured out from my video the other day when I was dyeing, everything is in segments. All of the stripes are in segments. And so whenever it's finished being dyed, this is what my self-striping looks like. All dyers, well, not all dyers, but there's several different ways to do self-striping. This is my way of doing it. So anyway, whenever it's finished being dyed, I have to reskein it because there's nothing anybody could do with this. Plus, this is actually 2 sets. So these are inversibles, so it's half of the inversible set, but it's 2 of them, if that makes sense. So I need to reskein it before anybody can do anything with it. get to make dinner. Tonight we are having soup. I'm going to make mushroom and wild rice soup for Emma and I, and chicken and wild rice soup for Bill. It's basically the same recipe. I put chicken in Bill's, and I use vegetable broth for all of it. It's a recipe that I've had for a really long time, and I love it. It tastes so good. I accidentally discovered that it's really good with just a lot of mushrooms with no meat in it, even before I was not eating meat. So I continue to make it, and it's really yummy because it's got curry powder. Yeah, curry powder. Sorry, I was thinking I didn't say that right. It's got some curry powder in it, which gives it just such a unique flavor. I don't put as much curry powder in Bill's soup because he doesn't love it as much as I do. I think it tastes really good in this soup. Anyway, at this point, I've modified the recipe so much that it's not really even a recipe. Just kind of do my own thing. But I have the rice cooking in that pot, and I have chicken breasts poaching in that pot. And then that pot, I have vegetable broth that I make myself when I have vegetables that are about to go to the dark side before they get to that point. And that often happens. Like if I get things in our Misfits boxes that I don't end up using fast enough, I'll just make a big pot of vegetable broth with it. You know, like chop up all the veggies, throw them in, let them simmer for an hour or so to get that veggie goodness out. And then I freeze it and pull it out when I need it for soup. So that stuff's on the go. I'm going to chop up my onions and mushrooms and carrots and put this all together. And I think I'm also going to make some cornbread carrot muffins if I have everything that I need to do that. I haven't made those in a while, so we'll see. Okay, two versions. Just the mushrooms and rice, and this one has the chicken in it. I know it looks like this is a lot heartier, but that's only because there's less in there, because this is really not Bill's favorite soup in the world. So I'm just making him enough for a meal or two, whereas this will be enough for both Emma and I for at least a couple of meals, if not 3. Anyway, so and now I will season it, because I always leave the seasoning until they're separated, since Bill and Emma and I like different types of seasoning. So